Well, it's Happy Monday Meetup. Good afternoon. It's Araya here, Araya Anra with Invoke Healing International. I'm a psychic medium, a energy healer, life coach. Love to work with dragons. That's one of my primary focuses. But today on my Monday Meetup, wanted to talk to you guys about your environment. What are your surroundings doing for you? Hi, Christina. Bring that forward just because I know we often forget. We let our house get cluttered. We let our workspace get cluttered. We either don't focus on our workspace or allow ourselves to even realize how many things energetically are affecting us, whether it's in our sleeping space, our workspace, our bathing space, whatever it is. The dynamic of the room carries its own energy, and that frequency can have a big impact on what you're feeling, what you're able to pull through and create, what energetically sort of shuts you down before even you start your day and get to your workspace or your office. So just starting to bring that in your conscious awareness of, all right, what does my space look like? Why do I feel ungrounded all the time? Why do I want to be up in the air? Airy-fairy is a word that we use a lot for friends in circles that are like, wow, they are so ungrounded. They're like 10 feet off the ground. Bring it back down, girl. Come on down to earth. We want to look at, okay, why is that person always like that? Is it because their space is helping them to stay up in the clouds? And could they use more grounding tools in their house environment or their sleeping environment to actually make a difference there and help them find that grounding tool to remember to get that grounding cord down and stay grounded in their body in the earth plane? What in your environment would tend to do that? So anything where let's look at energetically at environments. If you want to have a very grounding, earthy environment around you, a lot of earthy colors, you can have rocks, crystals, minerals. Those actually balance energy really well. But the key thing is, for both either being grounded or ungrounded, is a lot of clutter in a space that can just throw your energy out and throw you into a place where you want to go either really high up octavely or really low down and get grounded, just to get out of it. And it gets you really stuck. It gets you in this place where you just can't even function properly, or you can't allow intuition or creativity or inspiration to come through when there's a whole bunch of stuck stuff. So one of the things I notice, for example, when I come to my office, and I'll show you my office here, I've got, I'm just going to take the camera off here so you guys can see the office space, because it allows, let's see, I'm going to have to, I don't know if I can flip the camera. I'll get up and go this way so you can see behind me. It's a nice open space. There's clear crystals, lots of beautiful artwork, light enhancing. And I did a video here a year ago from my office space with the beaded curtains and the high frequency colors, and it just has a nice vibration to it. And what I love about this space is when I really need to do some creative work, and sorry, I know that sort of threw the video off a little bit. Hi Inger, good to see you. It's a more conducive environment, because the big tall windows, the lightness of the crystals in the windows, the rose quartz and the objects around the room that are more charged with vibrational frequency. There's no clutter around. There's nothing to sort of take energy away from my space. And so when I walk in here, something about my whole being just goes, ah, and let's go. Because it's different than even my home office. It's different from the clutters and the energies of the day around your house that keep you sort of in the mode of, wow, there's a pile of laundry over there, and there's dishes stacked up over there, or there's a whole bunch of stuff on the kitchen table. And all of those things, even though some of them are necessary and part of our daily life, when you start looking at, okay, I'm really feeling claustrophobic in my life, or I'm feeling stuck in my life, I'm feeling like I'm not getting inspiration to move forward, like there's things just pressing and weighing in on me. Look at your environment, because quite often that can be what's like triggering it and not helping you get out of that stuck space energetically. You're ready to move forward, but your environment keeps tending to push you back into it or hold you there. So starting to go through and lighten your load. There's a lot to be said for minimalism. This whole concept of small living these days. I've seen some great videos on Netflix and YouTube about the tiny homes living, and granted, you got to be ready for that kind of a big decluttering, but there's a lot of truth in simplifying. There's a lot of truth in letting things downsize and get to where the simplicity of what you need around you doesn't affect your energy body and the expansion that you're trying to create with it. So like that for me, coming here, as I said, it brings me into that space. When I'm in my home office, there's less light, there's more of a cave-like feel, so I do use it for a different kind of inspiration, a more grounded pulling down and in, and that's my cocoon and my space. But even that, I have to be very careful to not have it be too cluttered or full of stuff. That's really a dynamic of honing in and keeping it simple. That when we look at our energy body, and there's just that beautiful flock of big birds going by, I love that. There's this dynamic of just being able to recharge in your space and allow, just like a good night's sleep. If you're not sleeping well, look at your room environment. What colors on the walls? Colors hold a lot of energy and frequency for us. Do you need to get something that is more soothing? I'll be honest, I have a purple bedroom. My bedroom walls, and I didn't choose it, it's ideal for me. It's what I would choose, but I would never probably take the time to repaint, or at least not when I bought the house, because I was pregnant at the time. I wasn't going to do anything. But with that, somebody else, the house was designed for me, even though I didn't do all the work to get it exactly how I wanted it. I walked in and it was exactly how I wanted it. I love that. Thank you to my guides and guardians for getting me there. But that color already being on the walls, it's soothing. It's a place where I walk into the bedroom and it's and I can relax and go to sleep quite easily. Are you struggling to sleep? Look at the colors on the walls. Is it a rental house, or do you own it? Can you take the time and energy to shift it? Or maybe there's just an ability to put some lighter frequency color or soothing colors to you, artwork on the walls that would help bring that into your frequency and help you get into that space of relaxation. Same thing in the kitchen. Are you someone that wants a creative aspect in your cooking? Do you want to be just sort of finding food as a sustenance and getting you by? Keep it very plain and simple. If you want inspired cooking, put some inspired things or objects that hold a high frequency in the kitchen to help you get more creative, and clear those countertops. Get all the stuff either out, get rid of it if you're not using it, or put it under the cabinets. And I'll admit, I am probably a big culprit of that right now. I have way too many things and gadgets on my countertops, and this is one of the things that I need to find time to fix so that I can get more creative in what I want to do in the kitchen, so I can feel that inspiration, to feel the lightness when I'm in there. I do always make sure in my kitchen window, where my window happens to be where I do dishes, so I keep a lot of little objects, not a lot, but just enough to inspire and reflect color back to me that makes me feel happy and joyous. So I've got yellows and blues and greens, a lot of rainbow colors in my front window that make me in a space of joy and almost meditation when I'm doing dishes. So I know it's a different subject today, but it's something that hit home for me, especially when I walked into my office this morning and just felt myself go, you know, our environments are really, really important and dynamic on affecting our energy body. And even as I talk about that, the drive over in my car. When my car gets built up, and you need to look at this too, if your car is built up with things on the floor, things on the seats, things in the back, and maybe you have kids and a lot of gear and stuff all the time, but can you take that extra couple of minutes to clear it out every time, or get all of the trash out and vacuum it? Because when you step into your car that's been cleaned out or detailed or vacuumed, and there's not a lot of clutter around the floorboards or the seats, it's the same dynamic. It makes you feel expansive as you get into the car to drive, and that helps your inspiration and your mood and your head space and your energetic space as you even drive to your office or as you drive to the grocery store. Be aware when you're feeling run down, depleted, having a hard time getting motivation to do things. Look at your environments. They could be what's helping weigh you down. making it hard for you to get out of that. So hopefully that's a good little tip for today. Always enjoy coming up for our Mondays. And next Monday, I do not believe I'll be able to make it. I'm going to be on retreat in Sedona with my Dragon Hearts. So that's one of the things I do. I do session work one-on-one with clients, but I also have programs. And my 9-month program right now is about 2/3 of the way through, which means I'm going to have a new program starting in January that's under a new design right now. Really excited about it. It's the Eye of the Dragon. It's going to be about a 4-month program. And when those details are out, we're going to start registration and applications probably in October, and definitely full board on the process in November. So we'll be in Sedona next week. If I can pop on and do a live, I will. I might do a spontaneous one from the vortices on Tuesday when we are actually out active in the environment. And if I'm inspired, I'll get on and do it. If not, I will share with you the following week when I get back. So have a great week, and I'll look forward to seeing you next time. Bye.